Hi everybody and welcome to July's Tea Club. I'm Shona. I work in the product team here at Bird and Blend, and I'm filming this from our nest down on the south coast. And today I'm going to show you some teas from our collection, and we've kind of themed it along the lines of baking and cakes. So I'm going to take you through the 3 boxes that we send out each month. We have the Flavour Explorer box, the Gourmet box, and our caffeine-free box. So let's try out some of our teas from our Flavour Explorer box. So we have Devon Cream Tea, we have Treacle Sponge, and we have Eton Mess. So 2 of my absolute favourites, and one that I'm not so familiar with because it is our Exeter Store's own blend. So it's a store blend, and I've tried it today for probably the 2nd or 3rd time, but it's a delicious tea, Sri Lankan with ashwagandha, freeze-dried strawberries, and really delicious. And I would have this, it's a bit like when you have tea and scones, so I would have that one with a bit of milk. But we're going to actually look at my favourite one in this box, which is Treacle Sponge. Now, I know green teas, oh, it's lovely, it's so delicious. And you can probably see the safflower in there. It's made with cocoa shells, and it's a delicious Century green tea. So I'm gonna make it up now as a hot tea. Now, even though it's July, at this time in the afternoon, which is like, we're at what, 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I like to have a hot tea, and that helps you, like, brings your temperature down, funnily enough. So if you go somewhere really hot like India, or if you go to Morocco, somewhere like that, they do drink hot teas, the chais, and I'm gonna have a hot tea even though it is boiling hot here. So this is our Century green tea. I'm just brewing that for 3 minutes, and I put in just 1 perfect teaspoon in there. And with green teas, like white teas and oolongs, you brew them for 3 minutes at 80 degrees. So I did add, it's actually cooled down that water, so it's actually 80-degree water. So we'll wait for that to brew, and then I'll taste it. So my tea's just brewed, and I'm going to take my infuser out of my mug, and there we go, delicious. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, really good. I love a green tea. So in this month's gourmet box, the gourmet box is traditionally for a more traditional tea drinker, so somebody that maybe doesn't want to try too many out there flavours. This month we've got the Devon Cream Tea, as we had in the Flavour Explorer, but also red velvet tea, which is delicious, and we're going to try some of that in a minute, and a rooibos called Banana Bread Chai, which is one of our best-selling banana chais in actual fact, which has freeze-dried banana in it and is absolutely delicious. We'll talk about that in a minute. So red velvet, let's try some of that. Now, what's amazing about this, apart from that it's very similar to a red velvet cake, is that you can get a beautiful red colour from it because it has beetroot in it. So I'm going to make quite a strong tea, hot tea, in a glass, and it's a heat-proof glass, and I'm going to then add it to some milk in a minute and some ice, and that's going to look delicious, and you're going to see the colour of that. So red velvet is probably one of the prettiest teas that we do. It actually is famous because it's got the beetroot and the cocoa shells in it, but it also has 3 flowers. It's got red cornflowers, sunflowers, and calendula in there, so it's really beautiful. And let's make a beautiful drink. So it's brewed now, so I'm just going to move this to one side so you can see what I'm doing. So now it's brewed, you can see the beautiful beetroot colour. I'm now going to pour that into my shaker. I'm going to add the milk afterwards. I'm going to shake first. It's got some ice in here, and we're going to shake it up. Okay, so there we go. So so there's the red velvet in ice. I'm going to pour it in here, and then I'm going to top it up with a little dash of coconut milk, which is always good. And there we go. Look at that, amazing. Oh, that's delicious. So So moving on now to our caffeine-free box. So what have we got in the caffeine-free box? We have got the banana bread chai. I love banana bread, and birthday cake, which is another firm favourite, also with a rooibos. So the one thing about rooibos tea is it's got a kind of cakey taste before you've even added ingredients to it. So we love using it, and some of our best sellers are in that section. So both caffeine free there, and we also have Eat and Mess. So we've looked at Eat and Mess in the Flavour Explorer, and this is another really delicious tea, and I'm going to make that into a cold brew. So with a cold brew, I'm going to add 6 spoonfuls in of my Eat and Mess. Now, this is a firm favourite for me because I like to do this, and you know what I do is I add coconut milk to it, I brew it up overnight, and then I pour out, I'll probably have a drink of the cold brew, and then the remainder of it I'll put in some lolly trays, and then it makes a delicious like ice lolly. So that's something you could think of doing if it's really hot this summer. So I'm going to just pour some coconut milk in there. Okay, so I've put the coconut milk into my cold brew. I'm going to pop the lid on, and then I'm going to pop that in the fridge, and that will be done in a few hours time. So usually I do this overnight. I do it at night time, and in the morning I will have a delicious cold brew. So let's see how we go. So Eat and Mess is a delicious fruit tea, or known as a tisane. And what's great about this, it has rosehip in it and apple pieces, but it has licorice in there, licorice root. And quite often people will say, I don't like the taste of licorice, but licorice is used as a natural sweetener. And this is my example to show that you really don't taste the licorice. It is absolutely delicious and great as an iced tea or as a cold brew. So the Eat and Mess is brewed in the coconut milk. Now, I've only been doing this for a short while, but if you leave it overnight, it will go a really lovely pink colour. So you can start to see it going there now. And don't forget, if you have any excess tea left, you can make lollies with it, or you can even add it to some porridge and do some overnight oats, which is always a really nice thing to do as well. So yeah, really delicious, one of my favourites. Let's have a quick recap then. So this month, July's box, all the boxes, all 3 of them are on the cake theme. So we are going to be getting treacle sponge, one of my favourites, which we tried earlier, Eat and Mess, which we did in the cold brew, or Devon cream tea. And then the gourmet box, you get Devon cream tea or the red velvet, which we had as an iced tea, or banana bread chai. And last but not least, for the caffeine-free box, you can have Eat and Mess, banana bread chai, and the birthday cake. So I hope you all enjoy July's boxes, and we look forward to seeing you all again next month in August. So take care and see you again soon.